All right, first question, we'll go to Cam.
Hey Dylan, I know that you've been kind of working really hard, waiting for your opportunity to come to be able to break free and have that big gain yesterday. What did that feel like, and how much of a testament is that to the work that you've been putting in throughout this season, waiting for that opportunity?
No, it felt great, to kind of come up in a big moment, kind of put some closing finishes to the dub we got yesterday. But yeah, this season kind of been long for me, just staying down, staying the course, working every single day at practice, doing what I can, but um, you know, this is the moments you work for. You work for opportunities like this and you got to take advantage of it.
And Shador will get the start next week. What can you say about his debut start and what you saw out of him as a guy who's been working with him since the spring?
Yeah, I mean, I just think you see in the terms of way I think how he views himself, he has a lot of confidence in himself. And you could tell by the way he just handles his business and the way he carries himself. But, I think he went out there and he played hard. He was very competitive and a team player as well, though, good or bad, came back to the sideline, let everybody know we straight, gonna keep out there, keep going. So I mean, that's what you want in a person, and it's only going to get better as we continue to go.
Thank you.
Okay, next we'll go to Mary Kay.
Yeah, Dylan, can you maybe address a little bit about sort of the energy and the fun that he brings? I mean, it was I'm sure fans had a good time watching you guys, with the wrists up and the celebrations and just kind of just the juice and the energy he brought. Can you kind of address that a little bit?
Uh, I mean, I think it's just kind of the person he is, just kind of the way he grew up, the lifestyle he was around. I mean, it also, again, speaks to just the confidence he has in himself, the way he goes about this game is very unique in his own way, and I mean, in a turn, it kind of, affects everybody else, around, And so, I mean, we all have different relationships with each other, so, and that's just the kind of relationship that he brings on.
Thank you.
Okay, next we'll go to Scott.
Hey Dylan, when things were going the way they were early in the season, you weren't getting a ton of carries, you weren't having a ton of success. Did your confidence waver at all?
No, no, because, I have utmost faith, in my abilities and the things that I do, a lot of things were circumstantial, a lot of things were out of my control, but, obviously when you sitting there kind of like that, you just want to be able to affect the game positively in any way, So, I mean, when I started getting more kick returns, I wanted to affect the game positively, in that aspect, So, whatever it's like going forward, I just want to continue to fight for more opportunities and more ways to just impact this team in the best way possible.
And what did it mean to you when the coaches kept saying, whether it's Kevin or Tommy or whoever, that hey, we think he can have a big impact and we're going to try to get him more involved, even if they hadn't necessarily seen that production yet?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I really do not know anything that was being said in the media from them. I don't really pay attention to it. All I know is what they tell me day in, day out, um, the way I go to work. And, all I could do is put my best foot forward and trust that they see that, And obviously in this league, you need to make plays on Sundays for that to keep coming, So um I was, glad, I was able to make some plays yesterday for this team and, you know, we're gonna continue to, make it happen.
Thanks.
Okay, next we'll go to Ashley.
Hey Dylan, I know after the game yesterday, you talked about after that Cincinnati game when your touches were, fewer in the next handful of games, putting your head down and figuring out ways you could improve. So, just wondering what some of the things were that you tried to improve and what you were doing to do that.
I think the main thing for me was stacking just consistent good days at practice, whether it was dialed into the playbook, you know, showing that I knew everything about the playbook, about the game plan, day in, day out, and I think the main thing was just continue to work my craft and just be patient, I mean, that's what this league is about, and, you know, when the opportunity comes, you have to make the play. So that's just my mindset, and that's how I go about things.
Is that kind of like your mindset too when you're in a game and I don't, you have, the handful of negative rushing plays, but then you're able to break off a explosive run or you have the 66-yard reception? Like, is that your mindset of even if those negative plays are coming in the moment?
Yes, I mean it has to be. It has to be because, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, if I were to be getting about, you know, starting running back so touches, a couple of those plays will be probably negative just because like every game that happens, you play good defense, you play great players, but the thing that could probably get into it with players like me mentally is like I don't get as many of those plays. So when I do get a negative, having to, make sure I stay mentally strong, knowing that if I do get another opportunity, all I'm worried about is that next play, and it is hard, but you got to put it out your mind to like put the team forward and continue to um just do as best you can for the team.
Thanks.
Okay, Mary Kay.
Dylan, what's it like when you're watching Harold Fannin break a bunch of tackles and get that yak that he was getting yesterday? And then sort of the follow-up to that is just about all of you guys, your whole entire rookie class just really showing out and just how exciting that is for all of you.
Yeah, first with Harold, man, I me and him kind of started building a great connection over these past couple few weeks, past couple games. I love Harold. I love the way he works. He's just one of those people that I say he's just good at football. Like I can't explain it, and um he's also one of the youngest people in this class along with me, so it's fun to kind of have, guys like that around you on your team and it's motivating, because when nobody's fighting, Harold is always fighting, like regardless of the score, regardless of the game. So like it's a testament to him and just his mindset and how he attacks the various roles that they are asking him to do on this offense at very young age, And as far as our rookie class, that's motivational as well. I think we're all contributing, drafted and undrafted to this team in a positive manner, and it's only up for here if we continue to, do the right things, continue to get great coaching and learn as much as we can from the guys that came before us. Um, it makes you proud about this class though.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, back to Cam.
You talk about the rookie class and Quinshawn. I know in the summer we were talking to both of you guys about the potential of being like a 1-2 punch and complementing each other. As you guys have started to get a feel for the game and find your roles, where do you think that has taken itself and where do you think it can go with the two of you in the backfield?
I think over these past couple weeks, coaches have been trying to, figure out a rotation pattern, and things like that. And it's different skill sets we have, and like you said, I think we both getting a feel for this game. The more games we play in and more things like that, the more confidence we get. But I mean, I think the sky's the limit just with the way both of us play. I think we both play hard. I think we both have unique things that we both could bring to this offense and to this league, and what it could be. I mean, I think in terms of just the staple that some of the other teams have now, with, like teams in Detroit or like what the Saints used to have. It's like I believe it can be that, and I'm gonna work for it to be that every single day.
Thank
All right, back to Scott.
Hey, Dylan, maybe playing off that, why do you think the Wildcat has been so successful the couple of times you guys have used it near the goal line?
Um, I just think any running back, when you get down there, like certain people, it's just the mindset, like it's getting in the end zone. It's 2 yards away. And if you look at Quinshawn, a lot of his runs, he's not getting tackled behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, some plays are, but like most of the times he's fighting even in the open field. So you just take that into account in the red zone. It's just a mindset. Like, regardless if somebody isn't blocked, it's like me and you, I'm getting in the end zone. And I think every time he gets down there, it doesn't matter if the defense knows what's coming. Like he has that mindset. all of our old linemen and the blockers had that mindset when we get down there, like we have to score. 3 points is not enough.